So, anyway, how was, well, the last few weeks since we haven't really been doing this?
My week has been pretty crazy. I just been dealing with school, and Dad was back in the hospital, but now he's back out, so he's doing good right now.
That's good. Glad to hear that.
Yes, that's really good. Other than that, it's been same old, same old. Oh, today is the beginning of my spring break, so yesterday was my last day at work before spring break.
Already?
Yup,
Damn, it feels early.
I know. It does feel early. It's March 9th. We're getting I feel like we're getting another prolonged break in April because of the solar eclipse.
Oh,
Our district decided to go ahead and give us a holiday on that day. And
so
then,
that everyone has a chance to see it.
yep. And then the day after that, it is staff development, so no kids. It's going to be an
Yeah.
interesting week that week.
Yeah, we're actually in the path of totality.
Mm-hmm. I
Have you
was
bought
pretty
glasses
bummed.
for it?
No.
No?
No. I don't even know where to buy something like that. I guess online.
Yeah, you can buy glasses online. You can probably buy them at Walmart. I mean, I don't know the
Yeah.
quality. I don't know if you could actually look at it with those. Or you could make, one of those pinhole telescope things.
Yeah. I might. We'll see.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed thinking that we'd get to miss it. But then our district amended the calendar.
Yeah.
Yep, we're one of the few districts in Texas who did that.
That's cool, though, that your district thinks that this is a big enough event. Well, I wonder if they thought this is a big enough event and important enough that kids need to go see it, or if they were just like, some kids ain't even going to come in because of this, so we might as well just not not make them come in.
Yeah, it might have been one or the other. They do that for bad weather days sometimes too.
Yeah.
Who knows? How was your week?
Oh, my week has been all over the place. So I have been without a car for 3 days. Well, technically 5 days.
Oh boy.
Now, yeah, which sucks. When your whole means to your life depends on your vehicle. You know,
Yeah.
but it's in the shop, and they had originally told me it was going to be like 2 to 3 weeks before they could even
Oh
get to
God.
diagnose it. But then they called me yesterday morning, and they were like, hey, so we diagnosed it. This is what we think the problem is. We're going to fix that, and then we'll go from there. And I said, okay. And so hopefully, if all goes well, I'll get it back Monday or Tuesday. Uh,
Yeah, I hope so.
but I was pretty bummed for a couple of days there. It didn't help that it came right on the heels of me being bummed. Can I tell you something real that happened to me for a minute?
Yeah.
Something that I would never have thought my brain would do to me. I was driving and I was waiting to pick people up because it's 1:30 in the morning, and sometimes you sit for a little bit between calls.
Mhm.
And so my brain starts to wander as it does, and then all of a sudden I start thinking I really should have kids.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
What would
someone
your brain?
like me, I you got me. For someone who doesn't normally like kids or anything, this like overwhelming notion that I should have someone to pass my knowledge onto someone that I can download everything, to, and be like,
Download.
hey, yeah, basically.
Okay, robot.
Uh, so that I can be like, hey, listen to all this music, because I think about things like that, like the Beatles and things like that I used to listen to when I was a kid that kids today probably don't listen to, and then I think about like TV shows and movies and stuff, and like Three Stooges and Abbott and Costello and things like that kids will never watch, and I kind of get a little nostalgic for it, and I'm like, I should make sure that stuff lives on, and I can do that through a kid. And I know that's a weird reason to think I should have a kid, but that is kind of part of what it was.
Yeah.
And then I got kind of sad because I was like, "Wow, I want a kid." And then I was like, "Shut up! No, you don't." And then so I went a little crazy. And then so all that happened one night, and then the very next afternoon, my car exploded. So
Shit.
I was like, I'm really bummed right now. I don't have a kid or a car.
Oh, damn.
Uh,
So are you
yeah.
over the feeling or are you still thinking about it?
I think I'm over the feeling, but now I can't trust my brain, so who knows?
Brains are fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we have this podcast, right? Like, our brains do all these weird things to us while we sleep. And, this one was just something that it did to me while I was awake. That's the weirdest thing to me about the brain is like, I was of two minds in that situation because there was the one part of me that was like, you should have a kid. And then the other part of me was like, no, what is wrong with you? And I felt like I didn't have control over either of them.
It had a mind. Your brain had a mind of its own. Your brain had
Yeah,
minds of its own.
yeah, yeah. I'm starting to understand why there's three persons in one God.
Hmm. Interesting.
you know, the Holy Trinity.
Interesting thought.
Anyway, so my week's been a roller coaster of emotions.
It sounds like it.
Yep. I was very close to renting a car for a week to Uber in. That cost like $300 a week. And I was like, that's a lot of money to spend on top of spending the money for the repair. So, and then when she told me that I'd get it back either Monday or Tuesday, I was like, oh, well, I don't need a car for a whole week then, you know?
Yeah.
So I just didn't
Oh,
rent one yet.
she said Monday or Tuesday. Okay, that's good. I thought you
Yeah,
were
the lady.
hoping it'd be like Monday and Tuesday.
No, so she told me today that they found out it was the throttle body that they're going to replace, and then the technician's going to take it for a test drive, and then see if there's anything else that comes up, and then at that point, I should be able to get it back if there's nothing else.
That's good. Well,
So
hopefully they get the bottle rocket going again.
throttle body,
The
it's
bottle
not that
rocket.
hard. It's not. Listen,
Got it. Got it.
throttle body.
Didgeridoo.
All right, smoke crack.
No, just say no to that.
I don't know. You can say yes to it a little bit. No, don't ever do that. Actually, it's really bad for you. It's like eating three cheeseburgers at once. It's not good.
Is it?
I have no idea. I've never done it. I I'm too chicken to do it.
I just realized you said at once because I was like, I could put away 3 cheeseburgers probably.
Yeah, but I mean like all like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, that seems unhealthy.
Although, did you know? And this is my fatness showing here. McDonald's offers a triple cheeseburger.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe like a triple Whopper.
Well, Whopper is Burger King, so no. Um,
Oh, you got my fast foods mixed up.
yeah. Also, does Burger King have a triple Whopper? I know they have a double Whopper.
Surely.
I
Surely
know,
somebody on the team, the creative team, was like, listen, listen, think double, but one
but
more.
yeah, but one more. Think double, but double it. That's quadruple. Don't backtalk
Oh
me.
shit! A quadruple.
I know Dairy Queen has a triple buster, which is a 3 patty burger.
Mm. Oh my god, it's been so long since I went to Dairy Queen.
They don't taste good anymore.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I what was your go-to for Dairy Queen?
It was either I guess the belt buster, which I guess is the 2 patties,
No, no, no,
or
no.
I
The
would what?
important thing.
Oh, ice cream.
Yes.
Oh, I had two. I was always a Reese's cup guy, so like the Reese's cup
Okay.
blizzard. But when they introduced like the royal ones, I started going with the royal fudge choco something with the fudge core. It was a lot of chocolate.
Sounds like a lot of fudge.
It's way too sweet, to be honest with you. No one should ever ingest that much sugar, but I did it regularly for
Okay,
science.
for science, of course. My go-to for Dairy Queen ice cream, which is the important thing at Dairy Queen, was, and I don't even know where I got the idea. I think they might have sold it at one point, like it was one of their seasonal things
Uh-huh.
that kind of died out. But it was a banana split blizzard.
Oh,
I fucking love that shit.
I'm not a fan. So I like banana splits mostly, but I'm not a fan of the cherries.
Eh, I'm not a big fan of the cherries either, but they only had one in there, so it's not a
Oh,
bad
okay.
bad deal. I mostly like
Yeah,
the banana and the chocolate and the strawberry all mixed up.
yeah. I like some banana and chocolate. That's always good.
Like,
Oh.
I wonder if they would make it again still. I don't know. It's been years since I went there and asked for that.
All right. So we are getting way too long on this intro, but I do have one more question. Have you been to Campazano's?
Yeah,
So I don't know if they have it anymore, but they used to have a banana burrito for a dessert. It was so good.
that sounds delicious.
So let me explain to you what it was. So it was a banana that was wrapped in a tortilla that was then deep fried with cinnamon and sugar sprinkled all over the
God
top of
damn
it,
it. Of
and then
course.
ice cream on top of that, vanilla
Ugh,
ice cream. And then
that
like they
sounds
would drizzle it in caramel or chocolate, depending on what you wanted.
that sounds lovely.
Yeah, I know your cinnamon thing, but oh my god, was it so good?
A stupid ass cinnamon thing.
I mean, it's not like you're deathly allergic, so you haven't
True,
died yet from cinnamon intake.
true. Though I did
I
stop.
say keep trying.
Believe in yourself. What a dick.
Anyway, are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, hit him with the intro, Tasha.
Welcome to What Am Dreams. I'm one of your hosts, Tasha, and I'm here with,
Dustin.
and we're here to talk to you about dreams. Dreams, dreams, dreams.
I heard you hesitate on the intro a little bit. I was like, did you forget? Did you forget how to do it? Hmm.
No, I remember. I always pause.
Yeah. Mm, sure you do. All
Oh,
right.
so I had a dream that Nickelodeon magazine I'm just kidding. That's a 90s thing. I had a dream just before I woke up for this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I dreamt, and it was short. I dreamt that I was hosting game night. That's on my mind.
Yeah.
I was hosting game night, and in the dream, it was not unlike real life. So, as I was hosting game night, I was standing in the dining room like usual, and you were the first to arrive.
Hmm.
And we were just, me and Nesto were by the table, and you were about to sit down, and you were walking up to us, and you were like, I need to show y'all something. And you showed us this big ass bruise right in the center of your chest. Right in the center of your chest.
Okay.
We're like, what the fuck? What happened? Are you okay? And so you're like, you started laughing and you're like, yeah, funny story. And then you jump into the story of how you got this big ass bruise on your chest.
What was the
So far,
story?
okay, I have the story. It's not that long, but so far, it seems like something that could happen. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, so it's like some, I don't know why it was so realistic, but anyways, so you tell us that you were waiting somewhere. You were waiting in line somewhere, and someone called your name, so like it was finally your turn, and you had been leaning while you were waiting. You were leaning against something like a counter or whatever,
Yeah.
and as soon as they called your name, you like stepped forward, and you didn't see something on the floor, and you tripped and fell right on top of it. Like the center of your chest hit it. And you're
Okay.
like, but the whole time you were telling us you were laughing about it. You're like, it was so fucking dumb. Uh,
It sounds like it would be.
yeah, that's it. That's all I remember from that dream. Just you telling us a dumb story how you hurt yourself.
I mean, except for the part where like I would easily show you guys my chest because I usually wear t-shirts and it's hard for me to like to be like, "Hey, look," without taking my shirt off.
Yeah.
Uh, Other than that, seems like a pretty plausible story.
Yeah, so did you hurt yourself recently?
No, I don't
That's
plan
good.
on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But, I say keep trying.
Hey, hey, don't steal my stuff, okay?
Too late.
I'm the funny one here. uh, well, all right. So I think last time we convened, I had said that I had this dream that I was going to save, and so this is it. So I had a dream.
Okay.
I was staying in an unfamiliar British town. So I stepped out and I was like walking through town and I was going to find a book. I know I was looking for a specific book and I saw this bookstore called BR like B dot R and then the last name Tidge. Tidge.
Hmm.
I don't know. I remember reading that in my dream. Which is funny because we've talked before about how like they say you can't read in your dreams. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely did read that. So that's a myth busted, I guess. Uh
Bam.
Busted. Anyway, I noticed a few people and one of them was this like rather large older guy, and I mean large like he was tall and big. And I didn't think much of, of everybody that was there, but I like found my book and I kind of left the area. And then I keep walking through this town and I keep noticing this BR Tidge everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's on like a moving truck, it's on like a signpost, it's just everywhere. And it's on everything. And I got back to the giant house I was staying in because for some reason my dreams are like, oh yeah, you're in Downton Abbey, you know. Um but I was trying to talk to someone about how crazy I felt seeing that name everywhere. And then while I was talking to this guy, the very large older man that I saw from the bookstore walked up and whispered into the guy's ear. And then the person just stopped talking to me and acted like I
Ooh.
wasn't there and that we weren't just talking.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I noticed another moving truck with the BR Tidge on it again. And the large older man like came toward me and I ran into the house. And then there was someone in there that was trying to kill me. I don't
Oh.
remember.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
And so I grabbed a large handgun from inside the house and I shot and killed that guy and then shot the
Well,
large older
Jesus.
man. Yeah. And then I shot the large older man, the weird dude. And then I like started going throughout the house with the gun looking for more people to make sure that, you know,
No one's
that
getting out alive.
right, more that nobody else was looking for me basically. And so
Mm.
then I get back to the first guy and most of his head was gone. And
Mm-hmm.
then I go to find the large older man to see if he was still alive or anything, and he was nowhere to be found.
Ooh.
And that's when I woke up.
Ah, the dream makers aren't happy with you, Dustin.
No, the
They're
dream
out to
makers
get you.
love me.
No, no, it seems like they're out to get you. They're like,
Mm-mm.
he's on to something. He can't be reading in here. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're like, this isn't right.
This is against the rules, and we need to take him out.
We've made the rules, very clear. But yeah, another one of those just weird dreams that I have.
That is strange. I like how you just casually mentioned that somebody's trying to kill you in the house.
Well, that's all I wrote down when I wrote it.
Yeah, this whole time you were explaining, walking through the town, reading the BR Tidge, thinking it's strange, and I returned to the house and somebody's trying to kill me in there. But then, so I got a gun.
Yeah, because I guess I felt like it wasn't important. Like
Yeah,
like
I
when I
guess
woke up and
in dream,
yeah.
you can see that.
So anyway, what's another one of your dreams?
Another one of my dreams. Oh, I'll tell you another short one I had recently.
All right.
I dreamt that I had to walk a dog. I don't know if it was mine in the dream or if I wanted him to be mine in the dream. He was a gigantic, fluffy husky,
Ooh.
like wolf size,
Yeah.
but he wasn't a wolf. And he was pretty. And so I was walking him. I feel like I was walking him through a line or something. I don't know what it is about being in lines in my dream. Just a lot of freaking waiting. Anyways, so I was walking him, and in my dream, I knew that me and Ernesto wanted to try and mate him with Blue,
Mm.
and they would have pretty puppies. And so
Yeah.
I was walking him through the line, and people were like, "Ooh, he's pretty." I was like, "I know, he's so fluffy." And then,
It reminds me of that little girl on Despicable Me. It's so
yeah,
fluffy, I'm gonna die.
I said that for years after that movie. And I remember walking it up a ramp. It seemed to be like outside and like a set in a factory-ish area.
Mhm.
It resembled a lot a map on Call of Duty. I've been I've been playing that a lot, Call of Duty Mobile.
Ah.
And so I was walking through there, and I don't know where the husky dog went that I was walking, but he was gone because dream. And I knew there were dogs after me.
Well, this
Like,
took a turn.
yeah, like I want to say pit bulls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were pit bulls. and they had little vests on. And this is also like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
where you can send dogs after someone for a score streak.
Yeah.
And I knew they were after me, and they were coming up in a pack of 3. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta run. But I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to outrun these motherfuckers because they're fast. They're dogs, and I am an old woman with a bad knee. And I just
Yeah.
remember them
Real
uh,
bad news.
getting closer and closer to me. For some reason, it was taking them a while to get to me. I think they were like fighting amongst themselves before they got to me. And
Mhm.
so I could see them off in the distance. But it didn't take long for them to catch up to me. And once they did, I remember getting torn apart.
Oh, okay.
But just a little bit. Just
Just
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Yeah, and
Just
nothing
enough to
hurt.
maim.
It's not, it was but a flesh wound.
No, it's not. Your arm's off.
But yeah, I didn't feel pain in the dream, so that was nice. And soon after they started tearing me apart, I didn't, like, that was the end of the dream.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you just you woke
I
up dead.
died. Yeah, I did. I was dead.
Yeah. I see. That's the thing that, like, I know you and now Emily have both talked about dying in your dreams, but like, I never actually die in my dreams. Like,
Interesting.
the closest I'll get is like falling, and then right as I get to the ground, you know, that's when I jerk myself awake, and I'm just like, and of course my heart's beating super fast.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've never died in a dream.
Yep, I've died plenty of times in dreams.
See, I don't think those are dreams. I think those
Ooh,
are alternate reality yous,
maybe.
and now they're merging into you,
Ugh.
this reality.
It's so trippy to think about.
Yeah, but that would be cool, though, right? It's
Yeah,
kind of like
other
that
than the
movie.
fact of dying, but yeah.
It's kind of like that movie, The One. You know,
Yeah.
where Jet
Is
Li
that what
goes and
Jet
kills
Li?
all of. Yeah, Jet Li goes and kills all of his alternate timeline selves, alternate
Yeah.
universe selves, and then he gets all their power.
Yeah. I don't feel myself powering up, so I might not be the one. I think
What?
I'm not the one.
No, what actually happens is you get weighed down by all the other souls, and you're just like, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Well, that
That's why you
sucks.
get old.
Have you
So
seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet?
no,
Oh my
but
God, man.
that reminds me. Guess what's on Hulu now?
What?
Poor Things.
Ooh. I would watch that movie again.
I still haven't watched it yet, so
It's
I'm going
pretty
to though.
hilarious. I enjoyed it very much.
I wanted to see it, but some people didn't want to wait for me, so it's fine.
Oh,
It's
how
fine.
rude of
It's fine.
them. How rude of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, it's fine. I'm not bitter about it at all.
They sound
I
like
don't
jerks. I
I don't think
mean,
about striking them in the face repeatedly or anything like that.
I am free of blame, so I will help you
Well, it
strike
certainly
these
wasn't
mystery people.
Ernesto, because that definitely does not seem like a movie he would want to have seen.
Yeah, okay, it was me. Confession time.
What? No, we were all so worried. Anyway,
I can't picture her as any other character now. She's that person.
really?
Hmm.
It's funny because I watched an interview with her from back when she was in Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, which I
Yeah,
didn't realize they had dated during that, but they were doing an interview together with Jamie Foxx also,
yeah.
and They were just the most ridiculous people. And she kept asking questions when she wasn't supposed to be the interviewer. So it
That's
was funny,
funny.
though.
I think I saw that one. They were cute.
I didn't realize that they had dated, and then somebody in the comments had said it, and I was like, oh, huh, okay.
Mm.
So, anyway, one of the dreams that I had, you might know these names now because, Taylor Swift and football, but
Yeah.
I know you don't really pay attention to football. But
No.
I had a dream that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey and I were all hanging out. Like
Okay.
we were just buddies, right? And Patrick asked me to film him throwing to Travis and to like cut it into a highlight reel. So
Oh,
I
I think you mentioned this.
did I?
Think so. I don't know if it was on the podcast.
Oh, well, anyway, I'll tell it again anyway because it's almost over. But I was filming terribly. Like I was completely missing the ball. I wasn't like catching the throws of that were going through the air or anything like that. And then
Hmm.
Patrick comes over to me and he's like, "Hey, let me see what you recorded." And I knew that I had done terribly, so I was like, "Nah, I can't show you until it's all edited." And that's when I woke up. I was flat out lied. I was like, "Nah, man, I gotta edit it first, and then I can show it to you."
Jeez.
Yeah, which I gotta be honest, does sound like something I would do. Like,
I
no, no,
guess.
I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. Just put like a sticker of a football over it.
Oh my gosh.
Yay! Touchdown!
Explosions.
Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback. Yeah, so that was a weird one, especially since like I don't even think I'd want to hang out with either of them. Like, not that they wouldn't be cool people, but like they're definitely into like working out and fitness and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm into fitness. Fitness whole pizza in my mouth, you know.
Yeah, I have no idea who those people are. Wait, Travis Kelsey?
Yes.
Okay. I only because of Taylor Swift, but I've heard Mahomes before because my kids have done some research things over him sometimes, but
Well, they both play for the Kansas City Chiefs, who just won the Super Bowl. And
oh,
Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback, and Travis Kelsey is the tight end.
oh,
And so Patrick throws the ball to Travis, and they make touchdowns. That's the
nice.
easiest way to describe what happens in football.
Sounds simple enough.
You would
I'm
think
an
so.
expert. I'm an expert now in football.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I know you sent me several dream titles over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, I did. I'm looking for them now.
Well, I was scrolling up, and the first one I came across was Disappearing Metal Concert.
Oh my
And
God.
just the thought of that makes me laugh.
It was actually like horror.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Suburban kayaking. Yeah. I think I'll talk about that one.
Okay.
I texted it to Nesto. Okay. So this one, Texas suburban kayaking. Yeah, I've had similar dreams to this because kayaking in the suburbs is something that happens sometimes in my dreams. Like in the, where there's supposed to be storm drains.
Yeah.
That's where it happens. It's underground.
So, yeah, I get that.
All right.
Sounds disgusting, but okay.
Yeah, right? It's pretty clean in the dreams, though. But, anyways, I dreamt that me and the kids and mom and dad went to try and find this place that we had heard about in Texas. It was supposed to be kid friendly. It was supposed to be a kayaking experience. And it was supposed to be like a Texas best kept secret. So, like, not a lot of tourists knew about it. It's only for, like, Texans.
Yeah.
So we also knew that there would be like whales on this experience.
Poor Australia.
You'd be able to get to see whales, dolphins, waterfalls, all crazy shit that you would never see in a storm drain,
Yeah.
and possibly not kayaking. At least not altogether. But anyways, so we got to the neighborhood it was supposed to be at. I remember pulling up in the car and waiting in the car with me and my parents and all my kids, and we were wondering, um, is this the spot? It seemed like the entrance to Trader's Village, where it had
Yeah.
like, several different lanes that were open and booths that would, you know, you would pay for a ticket at and something overhead. Anyways, it seemed like that. And we were still wondering, is this it? But yeah, it was clearly it. We drove up through it and we parked somewhere because we had to walk on foot to the actual entryway.
Hmm.
So we parked somewhere in the neighborhood, and we knew somewhere nearby would be the entry point. We didn't know exactly where though. And as we got out, temperature, Texas, it was summertime, I guess, because we were all hot and sweaty,
Mm.
and the sun was like beating down on us. And somehow
At least you're gonna
I
be in a
got,
storm drain, though.
yeah, so somehow I got split up with just Julian and Dad. So it was just me, Julian, and Dad, and Mom and Aiden and Alice. Or maybe I was with Alice too. I don't know. Alice went with one of us. But I know at least Mom and Aiden were way behind us. And pretty soon we couldn't see each other. I don't know why we didn't just wait for them, but whatever. So we were walking in this dream a whole hell of a lot. Okay, the majority of the stream was fucking walking, looking for the goddamn entrance in the heat. And me and Dad and Julian were finally, like, we knew we were approaching the right area finally for the entryway. So we stayed back so to let Mom and Aiden catch back up with us. It had been a while. I want to say hours walking through this fucking neighborhood. And so we're waiting for Mom and Aiden to catch up, and it's taking quite a bit of time for them to catch up as well. So when they finally did, we noticed they were all wet from head to toe. And they told us they had passed an entryway already. And they were like, "Did you not see it? It was there." And they said they had already rode the kayaking route twice, 2 times around.
Jeez. Okay.
And they said they saw whales, and Aiden had a lot of fun. And they saw a waterfall. It was just fucking awesome. And we're like, okay, well, at least we're almost there, and so we'll get to go all together. And we're like all hyped up for it some more, if not a little jealous. So we finally got to the entrance that me and Dad were getting to. We walked in, and it reminds me of like the entry area for a ride in Hurricane Harbor,
Yeah.
where there's like a person there who's helping people, enter the ride appropriately, and,
Yeah.
making sure they're waiting their turn and whatever. So we get in there, and the entryway to the kayaking route looks like a freaking conveyor belt, almost like like an airport conveyor belt type thing.
Yeah.
And there was a lady there assigned to push us through the entryway, which was just like it was not like any natural cave opening. It was like a man-made,
Sorry, I'll explain why I laughed in a minute. Go ahead.
it was like a man-made, just an entryway to a conveyor belt. Like we didn't know where we were going through, and there were flaps hanging down, kind of like refrigerator flaps in
Yeah.
a grocery store, blocking the view for what we were getting ourselves into. So we had no idea what was going to happen, going through. It was all very sketchy. And there were no actual kayaking boats like we thought there would be. There were like floating cube shaped flotation devices. Like
Oh.
like they were supposed to be boats, but they were too cheap to buy actual boats. So it's just like we're floating in a box.
Okay.
And so I was a little bit alarmed, and I was wondering how are we gonna there was only one lane to get into, like one conveyor belt. I was like, how are we gonna get the kids through, like all together and stay together and everybody be safe and we're all if we have to go one at a time.
Right.
And so we decided that mom would go first. I don't know why, but I was going second. That was dumb. The kids should have went next. And I knew that Julian and Aiden would go right behind me, and then I guess Alice and Dad, I don't know what the fuck we were thinking, but Mom went first, and there was very little time to think about any of that because the belt took her off pretty quickly. And one weird detail I remember is all of her things, like her personal belongings, like phone and whatever, she had to
Yeah.
throw in first, like airport security. And it sucked that into the tube first. So she went down, all her stuff fell through, and then it was my turn to go. I was finally getting up into my little square boat thing, and I was like, "Okay, just find me down there, kids," because somehow we were gonna stall when we got down there, so we would all be together. I was about to go through, and that's all I remember from that dream.
Oh.
I know. I know. I was pissed. I didn't get to experience all the whales and the waterfall and all that cool stuff. I woke up like a fucking toad.
It sounds like somebody shrunk you down and put you on one of the TSA conveyor belts
Yeah.
in one of those little plastic tubs that they have.
My God, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly how it felt. Like that's how I pictured it, but I didn't make the connection.
Well, you're like a little, plastic box, and I was like the one to put your keys in. Then you're like, and then mom had to put all her belongings and stuff in it, like you do at the airport. And I was like, this all sounds exactly like the airport. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't notice it. Oh,
And then
what a
you're
weird
talking about
dream.
it's a large opening that has like the little flaps, and I was like the metal detector thing that like the conveyor belt next to it.
Oh my God, that's exactly what it was.
But the reason I started laughing earlier when you said uh, the cave wasn't a natural cave, it was man made. I started laughing because that's almost exactly a line from the game Halo that people used to make fun of because it was the most obviously man made or like not natural cave. And this AI, Cortana, she goes, this cave isn't a natural cave. This is like an alien structure. And like, it's definitely like flat walls, like, flat floor
Yeah.
lights. And everybody's like, really? You think, Cortana? And when you said it's not a natural cave, I was like, you really think so? But anyway, that was why I laughed.
Oh, damn.
So I have two more, but I reread one of them, and it sounds like a child trying to tell a story, and I don't understand it. The other one's just kind of funny, and I think I already told you about it in the text, but I'll read the one that sounds like a child trying. You know how like children try to tell stories, and then you can't really tell what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So this is what I wrote. I dreamt I was playing video games with my friends, and then we kept talking shit after they wanted to quit playing Destiny 2. And while we were standing outside talking, someone was looking down the road and saw a car turning and was like, I think that's your sister going to the house. And that's all I wrote. And I'm starting to think that I just like wrote that in my sleep.
Maybe. That's funny. Pretty mundane, too.
Yeah. And then the last dream that I had. So this is the most ridiculous thing. So this is partially something in real life that I've been talking about, but that I haven't gotten around to. So I decided to finally meet this girl in person that I'd never actually met in person before, but we've been a big part of each other's lives for a pretty long time, over a decade.
In the dream
Right?
or in real life?
No, in real life. But this was
Okay.
also in the dream. I had decided to go meet her in person.
Okay.
In real life, we've talked about it, but neither of us has ever actually gone to meet the other one. We've just been talking for like over a decade. And I remember in the dream telling her that the rule is that neither of us could try anything. And I mean that, like, no sexual stuff or anything like that, because
Yeah.
we had to make the visit strictly as friends, so that we could actually get to know each other. So in the dream, I had showed up to her town. I checked into my hotel room, and I let her know I was there and that I was gonna get ready and then go pick her up. And so, like, I took a couple of hours getting ready, and then I drove to her house, and I got out and I went to the door, and she answered, and she was wearing just a towel. And
Oh.
I said, "What the fuck? You knew I was coming to get you. What are you doing?" And then she just laughed. And then in my dream, I realized, oh, she's doing this on purpose because she's trying to seduce me. And then I woke up.
Succubus.
I told her about it, and she laughed. In real life, I told her, and she was like, "Wow." I was
That's
like, "Yeah."
funny.
I was like, "So you need to chill out." She was like, "I'm not responsible for Dream Me." I was like, "That's true. Except I think maybe you are."
Yeah. But is it true?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe she infiltrated my dreams.
Yeah. Like
I don't
SpongeBob.
know. Yeah.
I
But
loved that episode of SpongeBob.
the one where SpongeBob goes into people's dreams.
Yeah. For that reason.
Really?
Yeah, because I always thought it'd be so cool to jump between dreams that other people were having.
Is it I don't remember exactly what Mr. Krabs' dream was, but I think it had something to do with like catching a dollar, right? Like it was like
Yeah.
almost like a Moby Dick type dream, but he was trying
Yeah.
to catch a dollar.
Yep.
And I always love when like Mr. Krabs is sleeping and he's just like, "Ah, money, 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 money." Yeah. I know you didn't ask, but I think my favorite SpongeBob episode is the Wet Painters episode.
That's a good one.
That or the episode where they both start cussing for the first time.
Oh my gosh. That one's newer.
It's not that new.
No.
It's
But yeah,
like
that one's pretty funny.
it's like 15 years old by now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit. Wet paint is a favorite of mine.
Yeah, wet painters is ridiculous. Mostly because of Patrick, you know.
Yeah. And then, uh, this is it the movie where Patrick is like, and now I'm gonna starve?
No, that's the episode where they stole a balloon.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
You ate my only food. Now I'm gonna starve. It shows like his really disgusting looking belly.
Yeah, that one was hilarious.
SpongeBob's like, "No, Patrick, this is mine. You ate yours." My favorite line in that is when SpongeBob goes, "Look what I brought," and Patrick goes, "Oh boy, rectangles." Oh,
And
he's so
the
dumb.
the orchestra one.
Which one?
Orchestra one.
Oh,
Winner takes all.
oh yeah, yeah. The Squilliam Fancy Sum.
Yeah, I think that might be the only episode where Squidward one-ups Squilliam.
Yeah. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I have a coworker who, anytime we talk about instruments, she says that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not Emily, is it?
No.
Okay. I feel like Emily's too young for that reference still.
Oh my God, she is.
So, did you have any more dreams that you wanted to discuss?
No, I think that's it. I'll save the other two. I actually typed them out to Nesto, so
Oh.
I won't be forgetting details.
Does he actually read them, or does he just like, okay?
He reads them.
Okay, cool.
He barely comments on them because he's usually at work, but he's like, that sounds fucking weird. Uh, and the kayaking one, he was like, and where was I?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing when you were like, and Alice and blah, and I was like, and Ernesto, and Ernesto, and Ernesto.
Nope. He's
It's
like,
like the
where was
one
I? I
time.
was left out. Y'all went without me. I was like, I think you were at work.
It's like the one time Ernesto's not in your dreams. It's because you're at the airport.
Going through conveyor belts as a ride. It's so fucking dumb.
I wonder if like part of your brain has seen that and went, I wonder what it's like on the inside of one of those. And then your brain just came up with a whole dream about like maybe it's got whales and waterfalls.
That sounds like that sounds like something my brain would do.
Yeah, no, that's why I thought it was funny.
Shit.
Ah, all right. Well, after that really good laugh, I think it's time for recommendations.
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 Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna recommend a sci-fi film that I watched recently on Netflix that's new called Spaceman.
Hmm.
Guess who's part of the cast?
Hmm. Man or woman?
Man.
I don't know. I give up.
Well, I bet you weren't thinking Adam Sandler.
No.
I'm surprised you haven't seen a trailer
Oh,
for this.
actually, now that you've mentioned it, I have seen something about it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's got Adam Sandler and Carey Mulligan. So, pretty good cast. I don't know who plays the alien. But, okay, this film starts off with a man on a ship, and he's like going through a routine, a daily routine. So he's been on the ship for quite some time, and he does the astronaut thing where he wakes up, eats, does some training exercises for the mission he's about to go on, and then goes to sleep and repeats. And in this film, his trip that he's on is quite a lengthy trip. I think just over a year at
Mm.
least, because he's heading to a cluster of purplish light,
Yeah.
purplish dust that has appeared on from Earth's view. Like people can see it with their naked eye, and it had been visible for about 2 years, and you know scientists, NASA were dying to try and see what it was all about. Like why was it there, and what is it
Yeah.
made of? So he's on a mission to go grab some particles from that and test them and see what they're made of and yada yada. Well, on the trip, and this is part of the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. So on the trip, a passenger boards his ship somehow, and it's an
Mm.
alien creature, and this alien wants to get to know him. His name is Jacob in the film, and he wants to help him in some way because he can sense that he's lonely and he can sense that all is not well in his life. So, yeah, that's all I want to say without spoiling anything else, but it was a pretty moving film. I don't know how many other serious films Adam Sandler has, but I haven't seen I might have seen one other serious film he's in, but this was not a comedy. Like there was nothing funny in the film. But I liked him in this role. I
Yeah.
very much enjoyed it.
Okay. It
So
looked
if
interesting when I saw
yeah,
the thing.
and yeah, what got me is the trailer that said where the alien creature says, "Your loneliest drew me in," or something like that. So I was like, "Oh, damn,
Yeah.
interesting, interesting alien." And he got even more interesting as the film went on. So I really liked it. If you're into sci-fi, you're into aliens, outer space stuff, check it out.
All right. And you said it's on Netflix?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. My recommendation is Moon. It's a sci-fi film as well, and you're kind of thrust into it just like you are with, I guess, with the other one there. But you see the main character played by Sam Rockwell, which
Okay.
I absolutely adore as an actor. I think he's fantastic. But he's living in this base on the moon by himself, and he's got like an AI that he talks to constantly. His whole job is he's supposed to go out and he's supposed to mine there on the moon. And he starts noticing weird little things that are different and that shouldn't be, you know. And then he gets to a point. Well, I don't want to spoil what happens, but let's just say it becomes a kind of a mystery about what's going
Okay.
on this base and why he's there. But it's a fantastic movie, and because it's only him the entire time, he has to carry the movie himself, and he does a fantastic job of doing it.
Nice.
I don't know where you can watch it. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I know it's not on Hulu because I just checked. But if you can find it, give it a shot. Check out that movie. It's really good.
All right. Moon. Check it
Yes.
out. He
All
looks
right.
much
Well,
different nowadays.
Well, he's old. So, I mean, what, that was... Jesus, that was 2009, so that was 15 years ago.
Yep.
I guess we did it, right? We did
We
it?
did it. We did it.
We did it. We did the thing. We're done.
Yeah. Hit him with the outro, Dustin.
Da, da, da.
Thank you, Little Dreamers, for listening.
Little Dreamers is our Patreon tier that we have. Is $5. And that just helps to keep the channel running.
Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible.
And you can find us on the socials at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't think we have a Facebook. Anyway, we're on YouTube.
It'll be in the works. Email us your dreams at whatmdreams@gmail.com. Feel free to send us your dreams that we can talk about.
Yeah, and then we can judge you for it.
And enjoy, and a little bit of judging, yeah.
All right, well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.
That was awful. That was a bad note.
Mm-mm. Just no.
I need to tune my keyboard voice.